It's very boring in there. I would pick a movie for every day to watch in there. Sometimes I could fall asleep, sometimes I couldn't. It just depended. But yes, it's boring, but it is definitely, it definitely healed what it needed to. December 30th of 2022, I was diagnosed with leukemia. I ended up getting a stem cell transplant. I ended up having to get the radiation because all the treatments we tried, they just didn't knock it down low enough. And because I was so immunocompromised, I got very high levels of the BK virus, which is like a UTI, but like times 10. It got to a point where they said your bladder is basically declining. Your bladder is looking really bad. We need to do something.
I got involved in Josilynn's care after she received a bone marrow transplant as a treatment for her cancer. The reason why, as a urologist, I became involved is because she started bleeding from her bladder. And unfortunately, it was the perfect storm for her. She received radiation before, which really angered her bladder. She had a reaction to her treatment, which further made it worse. And on top of that, she ended up with a viral infection, and the bladder just kept bleeding, and it wouldn't stop. When we manage hemorrhagic cystitis, which is what Josilynn had, we go through basically a flow chart or a checklist of therapies that we try, and basically starting with the least invasive and going down the list if things don't work out. And so we did that over a period of several weeks. And eventually we ended up at the crossroads where we said, okay, we've tried everything we could and it hasn't worked. Things have not really budged, and hyperbaric oxygen was the next step.
Monday through Friday, I came, did the treatment for 2 hours, and I'd say probably after about a week and a half, things started clearing up.
Well, the idea is that if you're exposed to high pressures of pure oxygen, 100% oxygen, where normally the air we breathe is only 20% oxygen, it literally pushes more oxygen into your cells, allowing them to heal, allowing injury to resolve, and speeding up that natural process.
My urine started looking a lot better. I wasn't passing as much blood clots, and they took the catheter out. And then since then, it's been great. Like, everything's been great. Basically, my urine was back to the healthy color that it needed to be, which meant my bladder is healing.
This is Josilynn Gauer. She was able to finish her HBO treatment with 17 out of 20 early, so she's healed up. So go ahead and ring it.
Very excited, mainly because my family misses me a lot. My siblings, my mom, my dad. I'm so excited to get home.
In the end, I'm happy to say this was a success. We were hoping for that, and that's what we got. But it took a lot of effort on her part and on the team of all the teams that were involved in her care, whether it was the oncology team, the urology team, the hyperbaric oxygen team. A lot of people were involved in her care to work on this success.
It feels like I am definitely not alone in this, and now like feeling accomplished, and that's the best feeling. Is like, I did it. My bladder is healing because of this treatment, and it wasn't worth nothing. It was worth a lot because now I'm going home and I get to be home with my family.